The Chinchilla waste landfill site and salt storage site. Waste will be dumped by 56 trucks per day, operating between 5 a.m. and 10 p.m. each day. The site proposes to accommodate waste from coal seam gas workshops, the company's workshops, up to 450,000 tonnes per year for up to 22 years are proposed to be dumped in this site. Clean salt from CSG reverse osmosis plants, up to 900,000 tonnes of salt per year for the next 5 years. And waste salt, which the composition is unknown, up to 45,000 tonnes per year for up to the next 20 years. The site is located just out of town on Baking Board Hill. It's within 50 metres of Stockyard Creek, which discharges into the Condamine River, and is immediately adjacent to priority agricultural land. If we see the map of the site, fairly extensive site, the site has an impervious membrane fitted, but membranes can rupture. We've seen that elsewhere. There's potential for leachate from this site to contaminate groundwater aquifers and discharge into Stockyard Creek and Rocky Creeks and the Condamine River in the Murray-Darling Basin. DHP granted the site's environmental authority in 2014. The Environmental Authority ignored the government's CSG Water Policy 2012, which was brought down by Jeff Seeney, and it also ignored the Regional Planning Interest Act 2014 policy for protection of priority agricultural areas. We've got to ask, why did that happen? The Western Downs Regional Council publicly stated it was not supportive of the site. However, it considered and approved it as a public utility site, even though it's being privately operated. It dealt with the site under the old Chinchilla Shire planning scheme. There was no impact assessment and no public notification or submissions process. Why did that happen? We need to ask the Council. In June 2013, a water trigger mechanism was brought into the Environmental Protection and Biodiversity Conservation Act. That's the Commonwealth Act. And applicable projects require an EPB assessment and approval if they're likely to have significant impact on the water resource. This particular project, if it leaks, will have potential impact Murray-Darling Basin waters. We've got to ask the question, why wasn't it considered under EPBC legislation at the time? Now, there's a group of concerned citizens around here called the Canby Concerned Citizens Group, and they're pursuing how this project was approved and what assessment processes were involved in its approval. They're going through the discovery process at the present time, and that may result in a complaint to the Ombudsman's Office, and it may also result in a formal complaint to the Crime and Corruption Commission. There's certainly a bad smell about this project and how it was approved, and we should strongly support the Canby Community Citizens Group in its endeavours to find out the truth of how this project got through all of the processes.